Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells, yet another run, as we always do. I've been enjoying the Dead Cells warm-ups. Maybe one of these days we'll do like an Enter the Gungeon warm-up run. Ha ha ha! That'll be the day. Brutality and survival in the amulet we picked up. I was actually thinking about this earlier. I was like, for today's Dead Cells run, what would I like to roll? Tactics, survival, brutality? And I feel like we've done tactics and fake tactics recently. A brutality run would be awfully fun, and would you look at this? There is a perfect opportunity for a combo double pan. I feel like I need... That went beautifully. I feel like I need to, hold on. Did the magnetic grenade pull an enemy from a lower level onto the upper level? I have no idea. Anyways, I feel like I wanted to do a brutality run, and a combo is a great brutality weapon because it is exceptionally effective, although I still am not entirely certain why sometimes I have a hard time with the pan dodge rolling. I need to pay a little bit closer attention to the, you know what, do that. I need to pay a little bit closer attention to the animation lock when we actually find like a room with paused time in it, AKA like a chest room or something, because I need a minute. King Scepter. King Scepter, I'm not a fan. That being said, I haven't exactly used King Scepter a lot, but any run where you can't control your positioning or your positioning is so goddamn important for the weapon, not the largest fan of. Let's see. My God. Did they buff the crap out of the magnetic grenade? Like, I know they changed it so that it doesn't do damage over time, but it sucked the enemies in from such a huge distance. That's the range of it here. That's actually pretty good. This seems not bad. Maybe we should roll a magnetic grenade. Well, it is the wrong color, but still. So let's see. Boop, 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 boop. It's that punch at the end of the combo. That's the thing that has the animation lock. The spin a little bit as well, and then it's the punch. So we'll try to keep that in mind as we progress, if we're gonna keep using the pan, or the panchakus. What I would love to do is practice with these pans for a little while, and then hopefully okay, hold on, I gotta take a second. I would like to practice with the pans. There we go. Sorry, I had to deal with that situation before I could talk for a second there. I would like to practice with the pans and then go fight bosses, because I want to get the flawlesses on the bosses. I'm a little worried about the pan locking me in place, but if we practice and we get a little bit comfortable, familiar with that animation lock, then it'll be a lot easier for us to get a flawless, like on the nest boss or something. I would like to go fight the nest boss, actually. Well, let me rephrase. I was thinking about this run earlier today. Oh, what am I gonna play today? Where are we gonna go on the run? What path are we gonna take? What bosses are we gonna fight? And I thought that if I was gonna roll brutality, I wouldn't mind going the Scarecrow path, because I would like to practice him with brutality. Since I had that one run, it was like 2 weeks ago, it was a very good run against that particular boss. I actually did very well. I was dodging his shots. Ever since then, I've been like, well, what if I actually get good at fighting him with a melee weapon, and then I can actually have a better chance on other runs as well. So let's go practice Scarecrow, which means we can't go Watcher, which means we're either going Death, Nest, or Black Bridge. I think I'd rather go Nest. I'm not a fan of Death. I think Death is annoying and hard. So we'll go up to, there it is. Up to our Bad Seed path. It's Bad Seed, right? I think so. Oh my God, make the jump, what the hell? Do we wanna go buy a red skill? No, we don't need that quite yet. I don't like spending too much money on the first floor if I can avoid it. Like, why? Why buy a level 5 or 6 weapon where you're just gonna have to drop it later? Weapon, maybe. Skill, nah. Tombstone, oil grenade, rebound stone. Well, you know me. Tombstone's damage is actually pretty respectable right now, and it would be very good for the biome, but why don't we take an oil grenade, gives us an opportunity. Man, we have a lot of like poison. We'll take an oil grenade, gives us an opportunity to build into like a fire build if we have the capability of doing so. Academy Kill says, how will we get better at a weapon if you don't try it? Honestly, I don't want to get better at King Scepter. Maybe in the future, I'll want to learn every weapon, but nah. Nah. I didn't even see that coming. Maybe one of these days, you know, you could convince me to try something like the, oh, we should take the combo, maybe. Well, I don't know, I like having protection. Maybe we'll try something like the, tentacle. I had to remember the name of that. I remembered which item I wanted to say, I just couldn't remember the name of it. Tentacle's not that good. Well, the grenade is capable of getting a kill. At least on the weaker enemies. If we're lucky, we can find a firebrand or something. Victims burn when they die. That is worth it, I think, for me, because if I equip this and the grenade, we can maybe get some fire synergies there. Also, I was very surprised at the capability of that grenade to pull, oh my God, it's another off color. Bad luck scrolls. I was very surprised with the capability of the, you got me, the magnetic grenade to keep enemies locked in. Like, whoa. even the rampaging zombie, he doesn't get locked in permanently. Why did I roll in that direction? That was stupid. Like, hold on. Get on it. Get on it. Oh my God. They hit you and then you get stuck because you can't move for a second. Okay, heal up. Should have just smacked him with the pans. This run is not going very well, but that's okay. I didn't think that when he threw the rock at me, it would stun me for as long as it did, but it did. It did. Okay, please give me something that I can actually synergize with. I'll take a sinew slicer, I'll take a freaking cluster grenade. Give me a sinew slicer. Victims burn when they die. And they're gonna be dying a lot if I have anything to say about it. Academy Kill says, I got stuck on the Black Bridge boss with the legendary King Sector bouncing on top of him and killed him so fast because you're immune to damage while spinning. With the legendary one, yeah, I've heard that, it's pretty good. Random skills. I would love a fire grenade. Well, that's not really what I was looking for. Flamethrower turret, maybe, it is fire. And of course, Serenade is a good call as well. There's also the fire holy flask thing, which I pretty much never use, and I don't even know why. I don't have any like fire synergies, so the fact that we have fire now is not really that good of a benefit. Yeah, I have no real use case for the holy fire flask thing. Like, I know it's just another way of getting fire, which maybe that's all I need it to be. I mean, how do I use the fire grenade? I use the fire grenade as a fire enabler. Well, I guess the fire grenade does do enough damage on its own to kill things. Like, it is highly effective. Yeah, not a lot of animation lock. It's a good weapon. That's a legendary gold pick. All right, well, I guess we're using this. Hits cause the targets to drop 10 gold, inflicts critical damage if you have over 12,000. I guess I'm gonna be mining. Well, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. That was just a completely random legendary drop. BHEFN, welcome. How long have you been playing? I recently bought it and I feel like you finished everything. I have played a lot of Dead Cells. I've played this game since it was in early access. I think I have about 700 hours, a little less, in Dead Cells. So I have a lot of it unlocked, yes. I'm still learning though. I thought he would have turned around by then. It's a good game, it's a fun game. This is actually a very good weapon. Way better than the pans. Well, better per hit damage than the pans at least. And a flawless is pretty darn good. You know what, let's get rid of the pans. We'll take the flawless and we'll use the pick. That third hit you managed to hit me, huh? I guess if I just keep attacking, enemies can't hit me. Stuns the victim, because it's the legendary version. Okay, I gotta figure out how to use this. I almost never use this weapon. In fact, I think I never use this weapon, because it's a strange one. It's a survival weapon. Almost got him. But it does have like a little AoE attack on the end of it, which is interesting. Hello. Oh God. Thank you, my traps and whatnot. There's a firebrand, so there's your fire synergy built in. There's a hemorrhage, there's a Hayabusa boots. You know what, let's not spend any money. Let's try to get to 12,000 and let's try to get the pick here, critting. Because that'll massively improve our damage. It's such a slow weapon. Missed. But as long as you're fearless and you don't worry about dodging and you just smack, 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 smack. These enemies, they do get stunned and they do stay stun locked. Now, how well is that gonna work for bosses? Oh, not well at all. And it's got a lot of animation lock. So maybe don't use this for bosses. Maybe we'll stick to a flawless or something. You know what? I need to just like clear the room real quick. Having a bit of a bad time. I like what we currently have. Let's get rid of the knife dance, or let's recycle it. Yo, we're getting the crits. Reveals invisible enemies with an extra jump. I like it. I feel like the game cheats. I feel like whenever I get hit and the game slows down, it's the game making the enemy hitting me by creating lag. That's what it feels like. I know that's probably not what's actually happening, but in my head I'm like, oh, the game's cheating me. If only I was dodging. Freaking game man. Game man, not freaking gay man. It's a chest. What do we got? Freaking gay man. It's a Vorpan. Critical hit if the enemy is facing you. Spreads oil. Burning target. I do really like the Pan's moveset, admittedly, but the flawless is gonna be fine for now. $1,200 damage per hit, huh? Flawless did 500. So that just goes to show you the difference in damage there. 1,200 damage with one hit with the axe. 500 damage with one hit of the flawless. That's a huge difference. A huge difference, I say. Can't believe I already used a healing flask. You gotta do what you gotta do. Hopefully that gave me 10 gold, even though he was like protected. I also really like being able to use weapons to break the ground. Looks like the pick does it. I know that the third attack from the tombstone does it. The Telluric Shock does it. Like if you land on the actual destructible block. Well, luckily, I was able to hit you before you turned around and killed me. Some more enemies down here. I do need the K-ish. At some point on this run, I would like to get the ability to buy another healing flask, but depending on how well we perform, we might not need it. We might just be able to roll 3 remaining flasks for the whole run. Or actually, what's more likely, and what we probably should do, is maybe think about a build with the Tainted Flask. Tainted Flask. To be able to roll a ton of healing flasks that replenish themselves for free. And oh no, I gotta fight more elites. Oh, woe is me. So far, though, I'm pretty much liking this. The pick does enable you to get a little bit of extra cash, but it is a weird weapon because it's so slow, and it's got like a full second lock. Stuns the victim plus 20% damage, plus 40% on a burning target. Cannot be interrupted. Victims burn when they die. Launches a grenade. Okay. And what do we take? Honestly, I'm tempted to go for a combo. Tainted Flask would enable us to regain a flask eventually. Our weapons are so slow, combo doesn't seem particularly effective. We could also have the pick in the backpack, since it has such a high damage first hit. 1,200 damage, this would do like 1,000 damage in the backpack. That's pretty good. Let's go for that tainted flask. No, no, no! I've not done a prison bank in a long time. Banks, back-to-back banks. I mean, thematically it's appropriate, but also, here's what I'm thinking. We get so much money going to the bank, we're gonna be digging and digging and digging. Okay, we'll do it. This is gonna be like a 2.5 hour long Dead Cells run. Prison is normally like a 4-minute floor. It's gonna be a freaking 40-minute floor. All right, let's just freaking do it. It's a tarp. Honestly, like, we haven't done this in such a long time. Part of the reason why I want to do it is just to experience it. I want to remember. I want to remember how bad it can be. Hey, we're still critting. Hey, I can stun enemies. Shouldn't be too much of a problem to just start clonk, clonk, clonk. That's gonna hurt. God, it lags so much whenever you get hit. I don't know why. I do not understand the reason for that. Why does it lag whenever I get hit by anything? Oh, Jesus. Maybe a kill rhythm would be amazing here, because then you could XY, XY, XY. Why is the flawless a different color? So the flawless is a crit condition of you crit when you have not taken damage for 15 seconds. Weapons that are in your hotbar, if they glow, that means their crit condition is activated. Now, I don't know why it doesn't do that for the gold digger. It should, but it does it for the flawless because the condition is active. Well, that didn't go too badly. That was actually, like, rather okay. Hey, knock it off. Well, now I gotta deal with another. Oh, it's a big one. Come here. This is, okay, look. Got you. Okay. Well, that's 2 down. How many gold diggers will there be? Good Lord. I hate your teleporting nonsense, you jerk. Also, I'm noticing that, so it says it stuns enemies, and it does. It does stun enemies, that gold digger. It just does not stun them for long. It's such a momentary stun, and the weapon is so slow that it's not particularly great at keeping them locked down. Not that great at all. Okay, let me look. Frantic sword. I feel like I'd rather have this than the flawless. I mean, actually, our health is doing just fine. So I'm not really complaining at all right now. We're doing wonderfully. It's just, it's a slow ass pick here. And the enemies, they're beating me down a little bit. I'm just here for the gold, man. Gold, man. Well, yeah, I saw that coming. So like, you really do, you gotta be like doubly careful. Careful. Ow. Could you like die, please? Thank you. You've got to be doubly careful when you're dealing with enemies with the pick because your dodging could still dodge you in front of enemies that are then gonna hit you. I'll swap the enemies freeze. Because you could hit someone, you could dodge, hit someone, they'll change their attack direction, then they'll hit you through the dodge. You gotta be careful, Ice grenade. Look, the oil grenade isn't doing too much damage. I think we can probably swap to an ice grenade. Now this is gonna be scary, because I've taken a lot of damage and now I'm cursed for 10. Thank you. I don't know why the turrets have such a hard time hitting their ankles, but they do. Come here. Some enemies are gonna be easier to take out than others. I am very scared right now. I am very scared right now. We should not be going in this direction. Just run. Look, all I need is the turret to kill one more enemy. All right, now we're good. Well, that was dangerous. Also, the enemies that are squirrely, they're the hard ones to take out, like those failed experiments, because they can teleport behind you. And if they teleport behind you, all of a sudden you don't have an attack anymore. Random weapons. Well, we can get a level 10. A level 10 weapon. If we get a mimic, I mean, we know we're gonna get a mimic somewhere. It could be the food shop, though. Got him. In theory, we don't need to... Oh, the grenade stuns from the gold digger. Maybe that's causing some, like, weird issues with the, my interpretation of what's happening here. Like, maybe the grenade is stunning enemies when I think that the pick should be stunning enemies. Or maybe the grenade is making it even easier to stun the enemies, and it's a good thing. Oh, really? Well, we're gonna have to, let's just do it now. We're gonna have to go back for some food. And hope that it's not a mimic. I don't want to buy a flask. Since I took Tainted Flask, we're gonna get a flask back at some point. I'm just gonna buy the food. And if it's a mimic, hopefully we kill the mimic and not die, and then hopefully we get 2 food drops. Okay. He's healing. He healed? He killed me! Oh, god damn it. It's gotta be the damn mimics. It's always the damn mimics. All right, now I'm the actually appropriate outfit here. I don't know why I always do the early banks. Every time I go to the early bank, I regret it. I regret it so much. Oh. Bro took negative damage. It's a freak. Oh my god. So yeah, so I saw what happened there. I've never seen the mimics actually heal before, but he was like munching on something. He healed up. And then I failed one of my dodges, got hit once, died. But that's okay, that's acceptable. That was a good warm up. And a good reminder, never go to the early banks. They suck. What do we got? We got the rapier, which I've not used in a while. Let's check it out. Crits when you roll. And poisons the enemy. So we have like an immediate built-in decent damage plus poison synergy on this rapier. That seems pretty good, actually. In fact, it seems exceptionally good so far. Like, I don't even need to roll to do substantial damage here. Oh, okay, well, you know, it does help if I move. My bad on that one, everybody. Sorry. This might suck a little bit. I can't believe he hit me on the way down. That's fine. Jumping on an enemy stuns it. I absolutely hate that. We have an amulet that produces fire, so we do have a little bit of a fire synergy built in. Also, I completely forgot about the fact that I can stun enemies. Good performance today, good performance today. You know what? Here's my excuse. I've been playing a lot of Dead Cells lately. Okay, when you play freaking 100 hours of a video game every week, it starts to take its toll on you. Now, we could go vampirism. Sacrifice 38% of your health to recover 2% over 10 seconds. We'd have to hit almost 20 times in that period in order to regain our health. That seems like a terrible idea. Seems like a terrible idea. Let's move on. And actually, I'm gonna eat the food. I'm gonna make up for past mistakes, past Abe mistakes. That's gonna hurt. Okay. Nice. At least it sounds like me, and it doesn't sound like I'm an actual human Castlevania character. I hate those sound effects. Damage you take is inflicted upon the enemy's damage from projectiles are reduced. You know what? If we get hit by a saw blade, that damage will be reduced, I think. Unless it doesn't count as a projectile. Oh, I was really liking that run, too. It was weird. Oops. It was a bit weird, and I'm not a fan of whatever was happening with it stuns enemies, but the grenade was stunning the enemies, which I think did kind of mess up the duration of the stun. But that's okay. We'll do better this time around. I think I'm gonna go the same path, though. I still think I want to go and try to fight Scarecrow and learn a thing or two, practice a thing or two about that fight. Electrocutes nearby enemies, covers the ground with oil, arrows stuck in enemies come back, creates poison, creates bleed. So currently this thing is doing everything. It's enabling every synergy. I do like that. Dun, 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 dun. Well, I guess this is the direction we're going to be going in. A part of me also wants to go to the ossuary, but I still think I want to go nest route. Ossuary does allow you to fight an easier boss. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. I don't know, I like the nest route. I hate the bank, love the route. Let's see what we get. Random skills, infantry grenade. You know what, why not? I'm not a big fan of the explosive decoy anyways. I gotta remember to actually use the throwing objects. We are not rolling the right color for the throwing objects. We're not rolling tactics or survival. That doesn't matter. It is still a good stun. And that is what I'm constantly and continuously forgetting about. All right, let's get the heck out of here. Hey, didn't have to use a flask. May have nearly died, didn't have to actually heal though. All right, well, I'm definitely gonna take this again. Had to have been a mimic in the food shop. It's always in the last place you look. How did you... Oh, the grenade. So, wait, the grenade also poisons? Nice, 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 nice. Just good job. Good job all around. I guess the grenade also poisons. Throwing axe. Not interested. I like the legendary version. It's way easier to hit with it, but the non-legendary version I could take it or leave it. Okay. It took a minute, but I'm starting to finally get into the swing of things. Make sure to always be throwing. You're watching Abe, what would you expect? Weapons. Meat skewer. Lots of iframes, decent weapon. Balanced blade, okay. Swift sword. Swift sword with healing could actually be quite interesting. And a throwing knife would actually synergize, but I do like the stun. Harrison, welcome. Bully asks, do you get something for finishing the stage without using a flask? Yes, you get one flask that you can use in the future instead of now. That is what you get. Turns out that's actually a very important thing. I'm not taking an assault shield. Although, wait, assault shield is red, right? Maybe it would have been better to take the assault shield. Nah, why not? Alrighty. Alrighty then. There's also a little bit of personal pride involved. You're like, hey, I don't need no stinking flask. That's just asking for trouble. Rapier is weak against flying enemies. Throwing knives could fill that gap. I'm also thinking that maybe just the infantry grenade can fill that gap. Flying enemies do tend to be pretty weak. As long as I'm smart about it, we should be able to throw this infantry grenade constantly at enemies' faces. One other thing is I'm kind of noticing it seems like the rapier does not poison every hit. It only poisons once every like second, once every 3/4 of a second. Which I think is kind of interesting. Like, I really would have expected the rapier to hit, and apply like 4 stacks of poison there, but that's not what's happening. Where are we going? Left. I am feeling way better about this run, though. Something about using the weird pick that was very slow. It didn't feel good. This is feeling way better. Wow, he freaking yeeted me. It's like it's in his name or something. Whoa, that's a bomb. I don't know why in my head I'm like, what's this? Ooh, shiny. Ooh, a piece of candy. I was not smart. Well, I at least realized my mistake before it became a huge problem. I wonder what the legendary rapier is. I'm gonna call it, it's probably like a move fast. You know, like move fast after you kill an enemy, which is pretty boring. Rapier's damage is pretty good, though. All right, so what do we do here? Just that. As easy as freaking pie. Actually, the electrocution from the corrosive cloud is helping too to kill these flying enemies. So we have more flying enemy killing potential than anyone could have thought. No one would have thought possible for us to kill this many flying enemies. No. That mushroom boy had no idea what he was doing with his time. Movement speed after crits. Well, at least that, it's not a very good legendary affix, but at least you can do that on bosses. You know, it's not like a speed bonus when you kill something, which is very hard to do. Like, how are you gonna get a speed bonus when you kill something on a boss fight? You can't. Well, except for like very situational fights. Hey, thank you. I feel like I undervalue this corrosive cloud, and I feel like I say that relatively frequently, in fact. But it does a very good job of applying a lot of different status effects. It applies, ooh, hemorrhage. I like that. It applies the bleed and poison, of course, but then it almost always has other affixes. Things like applies oil to the ground, electrocutes enemies. It is a very good synergy enabler. Maybe that's what I should be using it for a little bit more. Synergies. Holy says you're inspiring me to do a Gungeon run. May RNGesus bless us. Let me know how it goes. I do love a good Gungeon run. That's right, combo would be pretty decent with Rapier. It does attack quickly. And that mutation that gives lifesteal during speed buffs, I guess. Oh yeah, like Frenzy. So with the Rapier, you would always be critting, always be getting a speed buff, and then always be life-stealing HP. That's true. That is a possibility and something that I don't really consider too often. Would let you lifesteal on bosses at least. So the Rapier is doing, oh my god, 2,700? That's really good and way better than the Bloodsword 7. I do want to roll a Bloodsword build, but I love, in particular, the legendary Bloodsword does way more damage than the regular one. But the Rapier, I can't complain. 27 DPS right now. Let's keep it. Twin Dagger's also pretty decent. Wow, plus 20, 80, 100% damage. That's a lot of damage bonuses. We got a glaive and a throwing knife. It's funny that the throwing knife has actually the same bleed as the hemorrhage, considering how slow of a weapon it is. But it does do a lot more physical damage, of course. I don't know. Like, what would we, Nice. What would we roll here? Would we roll a rapier if we could maybe find one in one of these shops? Should we try to roll, acrobatic pack with the hemorrhage in the backpack, constantly firing out bleed shots? Are we done? Oh my god, we're done. That was a much easier floor than we had last time. It was much easier. I guess let's go to the shops, the legit shops, and see if maybe we can find another mimic. Buy some equipment here. Throwing knife 7. We don't have any like synergies, like bleeding or poison or oil or fire. I don't feel like I want any of these. Are you a mimic? Okay, you are a mimic. Okay, I'm glad I killed you. I didn't really want you to be a mimic or be here, but what's done is done. So I guess I'm gonna take these throwing knives. I like checking, because then I know if he's gonna show up later, but that did not go that badly. Bleeding causes poisoning, so it's poisoning and bleeding and poisoning. You know what? I'll take it. Maybe this will be the run where I go like full on super synergies. The Corrosive Cloud with bleeding and poisoning and electrocution and burning, the Infantry Grenade with oil and damage to poison and damage to bleed. Now all I need is primary weapons that synergize off of poison, bleed, oil, fire, electricity, and then we'll have like the perfect run. Oh right, the shop's gone. That makes a lot of sense actually. So I'm gonna go back to the other shop and then we'll leave. I don't have the money. Let's just leave now. 4,400, we're not gonna be able to buy anything. I do like our equipment though. Oh my god, I have to go this way anyways. Rip. Yeah, because we have a quick infantry grenade, synergizes on the bleed and the poison. We have a ton of bleeding and poisoning with the corrosive cloud. Seems okay. Oh my god, we got a door too. That's a surprise. Shield, flawless, and holy water. Oh, and we're also creating fire just by running. You could put this in the backpack and then get the acrobata pack back. What am I gonna take? That's a good question. Who knows? Combo does seem pretty good though with the rapier. Lots of fast attacks. Let's go for that. No! I've learned my lesson, game. You're not gonna fool me twice. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, I won't get fooled again. War Javelin. I hate the War Javelin. See ya. Long hallway. Bad sign. Okay. It's a long-ass freaking hallway. Jesus. Hey, Quark, thank you for the gift sub at random. Thank you very much. What is causing throwing? Something is causing throwing knife to give me a combo. Is it the grenade that it fires? Or is it the throwing knife itself? I think it's the grenade that it fires, applies a combo, which is actually kind of cool. Keeps that combo going, I guess. Excuse me. I kind of like it because it does, in theory, keep the combo going for a little bit longer. Oh, we had it so good. Whoops. Okay. This is a nightmare. This is an absolute nightmare. Oh god. What have I done? Oh no. Look, just go. You'll kill him eventually. You a-hole. Good lord. No, no. Yeah, it was, the grenade on the ground got another combo point. Oh my god, the shield hammer. Shield hammers, huh? Not exactly what I was expecting to see today. That's gonna hurt. Almost hurt. You know, I guess the one, not a problem, but the one like concern running a rapier is that because you always want, oh my god, it's the banjo. Well, we gotta try. I mean, the damage doesn't seem particularly bad. Whoa, box! Oh my god, he hit me from the box. What the hell? I'm not even on his platform and he's still getting me. Okay. God damn it. I gotta get rid of this banjo now. This was a bad idea. Does a lot of damage. In fact, I think it does more damage than it actually says on the weapon, but it's a terrible weapon. Maybe that's something that's better in the backpack, although you're never getting the crits. That was chaotic. That was dumb. That was dumb. Also, I'm getting a lot of elite hammers, it feels like. Yeah, it's gonna hurt. Whatever, I'm eating the food. Okay, I'm gonna do a backtrack as soon as we hit this teleporter, because I have things to do, items to pick up. What a miserable floor. What a miserable play. That's really what it is. All right, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Equivalent. Damage from projectiles reduction doesn't actually matter. I can probably get hit once and not die. Told ya. Okay. Cool it. Cool it, everybody, cool it. Oh, I hate this. Then why aren't you healing? Because I've already used a heal. And we're fine. Just don't get hit and you'll be fine. As easy as that. As easy as that. It's as easy as that. Just don't get hit, forehead.